All right, let's talk about something that pretty much every company on the planet struggles with, turning that absolute mess of data you have into something clear, something you can actually use to make smart moves. We're going to break down how to get from total data chaos to crystal clear business clarity.
So you've probably seen this happen, right? You've got this amazing strategy, you've got the smartest people working on it, but then nothing. The results just don't show up. So what's going on here? What's that missing piece of the puzzle? Well, more often than not, it all comes down to this one thing, what we call the data divide. Think of it as this giant canyon running right through the middle of the company, and it's stopping progress dead in its tracks. So what is this great data divide? Honestly, it's a fundamental communication breakdown. You have two absolutely critical teams in your organization, but they're basically speaking two completely different languages.
See, on one side, you have your business leaders. They need answers, and they need them now, so they can jump on market trends. But on the other side, you've got your IT experts, and their job is to build a secure, stable data foundation for the long haul. This creates this massive gap between what the business is asking for and what the technology can actually deliver at that moment.
And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. When IT just copies data over for the business team, it loses all its meaning, its context. I mean, think of it this way. It's like being handed a list of ingredients, but the actual recipe is gone. Trying to piece that recipe back together, it's slow, it's expensive, and you're gonna make mistakes.
So how in the world do you fix this? Well, you don't pick a side. You build a bridge. And that's exactly where SAP Business Data Cloud comes into the picture.
SAP Business Data Cloud is built to be that bridge. It's this unified solution that pulls together all your data, and I mean all of it, but crucially, it keeps that business context, that recipe, perfectly intact. And what you get at the end of the day is a single source of truth that finally gets everyone in the business and in IT reading from the same playbook.
Okay, so let's pop the hood for a second and see what makes this whole thing work. The engine that powers this bridge really comes down to two core parts that work together to unify and analyze all that data. First up, you have the foundation of the bridge itself, SAP DataSphere. Its main job is to bring everything together. It pulls in data from your SAP systems, your non-SAP systems, from everywhere. And this is the most important part, it keeps all that rich business meaning right where it belongs. No more lost context.
Now, once all your data is in one place and makes sense, you need to actually use it. That's where SAP Analytics Cloud comes in. This is like the cockpit of your airplane. It's where you can see everything, run your analysis, and plan your next move, all with live, trustworthy data coming straight from DataSphere.
But just getting all your data together and looking at it in a dashboard, that's really just the beginning. The next level, where things get really exciting, is when you start unlocking the power of AI.
Now, here's the thing about AI. It's a massive game changer, but it's only as good as the data you feed it. And if your data's scattered all over the place in a bunch of disconnected silos, your AI is basically flying blind. It needs that unified view to really work its magic.
And that brings us to the third piece of the puzzle, an embedded data science engine from SAP and Databricks. This lets you run powerful AI models directly on your data, right where it is. You don't have to make slow, expensive copies and move them somewhere else. This whole zero-copy thing is a huge deal. It means you can get your AI projects up and running way faster and for a lot less money.
Okay, so we've brought the data together, we've analyzed it, we've even applied some AI. So what's the grand finale, the ultimate payoff? It's about turning all that incredible power into simple, fast, and smart decisions.
Remember the old way of doing this? Oh man, it was a nightmare. First, you define requirements. Then you hunt down the data sources. Then you extract the data. Then you have to painstakingly rebuild all the business logic. Then build the models. Then design the dashboard. The list just goes on and on. It's an incredibly long and manual process.
But what if I told you that with this new unified foundation, that entire monster of a process gets shrunk down to just 2 steps?
Yep, just 2. With these things called intelligent applications, all that heavy lifting is already done for you by SAP and its partners. You just find the app for what you need, say supply chain insights, install it, and give your team access. That's it. You go from a mountain of raw data to real actionable insights almost instantly.
So what does this all actually mean for the business at the end of the day? Well, it means you finally have a single source of truth that everyone can actually trust. It means your big AI plans can finally get off the ground and move fast. And the real bottom line, your people can make faster and way, way smarter decisions. And that brings us to the big idea I want to leave you with. Once you've built that bridge over the data divide, once everything is connected and actually makes sense, if all of your business data could finally speak with one clear voice, what amazing things do you think it would tell you?